Philanthropy. These are the hallmarks of deserving community leaders. And the 2006 Bayley Place Diamond Tribute Award honorees, Genny and Tom Sedler. The youngest of 5 children, Tom Sedler was the son of dynamic and charming parents Loretta and Frank Sedler. Tom's sister, Ann, remembers the story of her father's start in the ice business.
He had a dream. He always wanted an ice plant. So eventually he came upon the Home City Ice down there, and 2 men that they inherited it and didn't know how to run the business, so he went in there as a partner in 1924.
For 20 years, Frank and Loretta Sedler grew their family and their business. When Frank became very ill in 1944, his older son Pat had not yet returned from the war. So he called his young son, Tom, then about 10 years old, in to see him.
And he said, "Buck," he said, "they're going to take me to the hospital now." He said, "You think you can take care of things while I'm gone?"
After his father's death, Tom, though only 10 years old, spent all available hours down at the plant learning the business.
His story to me was he was originally sent down there to just be another pair of hands to be with his aunt, who was probably 16, 17, 18, who was actually probably running the business during the war at the time.
As Tom grew older, he saw that an education would be critical if he was to run the business.
He went to night school at Xavier. Took him a long time to get through at night because he didn't take a lot of stuff, just as much as he needed, because he had worked all day, see, and it was hard. But he liked night school. He said he liked it because they were all professional people coming from the business world, and you learn a lot more that way from them.
You know, the business at that time was a struggle. It was basically just to put meal on the table and a small salary. And then, you know, and then it was actually the ice business in those years was dying. And the convenience store industry grew, and the business then just started growing, you know, a little bit every year, and just, you know, it was able to support a family then. And I think that's when Tom decided to, you know, it was time to get, he could get married and concentrate on his own career and on his own life outside the business a little bit. And I remember when he was engaged to Genny, and Genny started coming around, and it was like getting a new family member.
Even then, Genny had a love of growing flowers.
And I guess kind of how my dad proposed to my mom was, you know, we can get married, and we can, you know, have babies, and you can grow flowers and stuff like that.
And that was it. He married her. That was in March. He married her in June.
Genny had been working at Good Samaritan as a dietitian. When she and Tom got married, she quit working to raise their 4 sons. She soon found that in a family business, especially the ice business, busy times meant all hands on deck.
She had kids in car seats and out-delivered ice and everything. It was just, you know, just something you had to do.
She would help. I can remember being in the family station wagon on 4th of July holidays with my brothers, and we'd, you know, put 50 or 100 bags of ice in the back of the family station wagon, and we'd drive it to the location and fill it up with, you know, fill the ice box up.
Over the years, they raised their 4 boys, and like their father, they would come to the plant with him from the time they were young.
I remember going down to the ice plant even with my dad when I was a little kid when we were young. He would take us down there with him, and I mean, we weren't nearly as busy then as we are now, it seems like, but he used to have a thing of coloring books, and then like a leather-bound little square that was full of crayons, and he'd sit down and color with us a little bit sometimes, I think, just to kind of get us, you know, with all the boys at home and babies. I would give my mom a break and take them with us to work with them. And
while Tom worked to build the business, Genny nurtured her garden and her family. Lou McGuire, Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Home City and a personal friend, admires Genny's abilities and her gift for giving.
This is all voluntary, and Visitation Church, their whole grounds look beautiful. Our company headquarters here on Bridgetown Road, if you look at the shrubbery there, Genny was the architect of that. She does beautiful work.
Friend Marge Peter is in the Western Hills Garden Club with Genny.
Yes, yeah, I think that that kind of goes hand in hand. And I think she just gets so much joy from the blooms, you know, just seeing them develop, and I'm sure it's the same with her family, her children and grandchildren.
She's probably a better gardener than we are icemen. I think we're pretty good icemen.
And good icemen they are. During the 40-plus years that Genny and Tom have shared their lives, the family has built Home City Ice into the largest privately owned ice company in the country, manufacturing 3,700 tons of ice per day in 24 state-of-the-art manufacturing plants and 23 distribution centers throughout the Midwest. Jay Stoutberg joined Home City in the midst of Home City's growth.
Since then, we've probably done 50 to 60 acquisitions and are the largest family-owned business and ice business in the country now.
The biggest key to our success is the fact that Tom is a good, quiet leader. He empowers people to do what they do best. You know, he has a passion for the business. It's not really describable, but you know, he has this unique ability to get the best out of people.
Genny and Tom are big fans of Xavier High School, Xavier University, and Catholic inner-city schools.
The family's biggest passion is probably the Xavier basketball games and the Xavier season. That's a big hobby, you know, whether it's going to one of their golf outings or going to an away game or going to all the home games. You know, it comes at the right time of year too for us.
Committed to the mission of Bayley Place and the Sisters of Charity, Tom serves on the Bayley Place board and as a member of the Community Relations Committee. Genny and Tom were generous donors to the recent capital campaign for the Wellness Center through the Tom and Genny Sedler Foundation. But it is really the people themselves, Genny and Tom Sedler, who are beacons of light for all around them.
Tom and Genny set a good example as far as like a couple, a loving couple.
I feel sorry for my mom sometimes with all four of us, but she did a good job.
I think they keep everything in balance. You know, they've always, whether it's a social life, family life, work life, any of that, you know, they've kept a good balance.
Perhaps Tommy said it best for all who know and love Genny and Tom Sedler.
Oh, I can't say enough about them. I think they're wonderful people and just so lucky to have them in my life.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bayley Place is proud to present our 2006 Bayley Place Diamond Tribute Award honorees, Genny and Tom Sedler.